All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. This is Sun Mushy. If you're new here, this is a pick a card reading on what to expect in January of 2021. Also, the song I am playing is called Mango. It's a freestyle / process by Orion, Sun, and Mulch. Hopefully it's not copyrighted or something, because if it is, then YouTube will notify me and then this video will pretty much get taken down. But assuming that doesn't happen, if you guys are curious what this reading is going to be about, I have a 7-card spread I came up with. The first 3 cards is the beginning, middle, and end of the month. Then after that, we've got career and money opportunities. We have romance opportunities. And then we have love in general for yourself. Like self-growth or something, opportunities. So if that sounds interesting to you and you are curious what you can expect this month, hopefully this reading resonates with you. We've got 3 piles. Maybe you feel guided to listen to one of them or multiple. Normally I have just timestamps listed in the description below. I am doing a private live stream, so I'll try to make note of the timestamps, and hopefully you guys will see them in the description when this video gets uploaded. So here's pile number 1. Here we've got pile number 2, and I now have a webcam, so unfortunately I don't have the perfect setup still, so I'm getting there, but this is the best I can do right now. And then here is pile 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Whichever pile you feel guided to watch, you can go to the timestamps below, or you can skip ahead in the video, and I will see you all over there. All right, so for those of you who chose reading number 1, the first card we've got is the 8 of Pentacles. So the beginning of the month, it just kind of looks like you are sitting in your success. Pentacles is coins, it's earth energy. So of course, some of you listening could be an earth sign, but that doesn't have to be the case, of course. You can be any sign. So yeah, the beginning of the month looks like that to me. I'm just going to keep it kind of quick and direct for this part. The middle of the month, we've got the Page of Swords. So I feel like maybe, you have a lot of resources. You have a lot of ideas of where you could go at the beginning of the month. And I see you're not really 100% sure what to work on first. It feels like you have to work on everything. So you're not 100% sure. And then I see that all those different things you're thinking about, now you're holding on to all of them as ideas. They're no longer weighing you down. They're more like helping you up, like balloons, keeping you afloat as you move forward on the path that's ahead of you. So I'm kind of getting as a slight advice for those of you in the beginning of the month to just try to remember to be back in the present, to focus on what's in front of you. Sometimes you're maybe looking out in front of you and you're like, what is in front of me? What's in front of me is still so many options. I don't know, I feel like that's completely natural with how everything has gone. You've gotten so many different ideas and resources literally right in front of you. I can relate to this for sure. But I'm getting, by the middle of the month, you kind of get it a little bit more settled and figured out. It's not bogging you down as much, and it's actually helping you move forward and helping some certain things start clicking. So it helps with things coming together, if that makes sense. The end of the month, we've got the 7 of Swords, which means this is a very specific path I'm getting. So of course this could shift in any direction. So for those of you, if you do end up getting bogged down, or if you reach out to the wrong people about how you're feeling, if you go in directions that don't serve you, then I think the trajectory of this energy will change, and that this may not be the path, pretty much. If you go in directions like if you go in the wrong directions. I'm not trying to worry any of you. I just feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, those people you would reach out to advice, like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. And then all their advice just stresses you out or tells you, no, 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 don't do that. Like anyone who's unsupportive, pretty much, I feel like just stay away from unsupportive crowds, stay away from unsupportive energies. Like you can express some of your thoughts like, hey, this isn't worth my time. I really think you're gaslighting me. Goodbye. And then just kind of like ignore and move on. You know, like any energy that you feel like is unsupportive or doesn't really care about your best interest, you basically don't have to give them any or much of your time. I know sometimes it's hard to ignore because it's like they really make an effort to harass you. For those of you who relate to this, and you may speak your truth, of course, but overall, I'm getting the biggest thing that you're going to get out of this month is just learning, like, for people that you know you can't convince, you just kind of like accept that and you just ignore and move on, and it actually works really wonderfully for you. So I feel like the majority of you are going to just take this path and it's going to go overall smoothly. You might not feel that way all the time. I feel like you're going to feel kind of bogged down or overwhelmed by all the infinite opportunities that are presented in front of you now, or that you've figured out for yourself from all of last year, 2020 or something like that. But overall, I see like the light, I think this is the moon. Yeah, the moon is illuminating on you. So you're looking for the truth and you're knowing that you don't have all of the answers quite yet. So you don't want to just share and give it away to everyone what your plans are, because you don't even 100% know what all of your plans are. But you know that you're being guided and you know it's the right direction. You just aren't 100% sure. But you just got to trust and just kind of go down the path and see. So I think this month, there's a bit of a heavy energy there because obviously we've got more to go. With every day, there's always the next day pretty much for us to work on ourselves and everything. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for what you can expect with the month, like as a timeline sort of thing. Next, we've got the fourth card, which is career opportunities. Here we've got the Devil's energy, which is, to me, it's saying that a traditional career path may not be the best for you, but some of you might be really attached with careers, with traditional career paths, a 9-to-5 job, or needing work to feel like you're afloat, or something like that. The Devil card is known to be like a card of addictions, things like that. So some of you who might feel this pull to like find a job to be safe, it's like, think about making a deal with the devil. The devil helps you, but it's never worth it. Why is it ever worth it to people to make a deal with the devil? Every time people do it, they always end up regretting it. Like, I'm just speaking from TV, like characters when they do that, and then it's like they're like, wait, why did I do that? And they have to figure out a way to break the contract that they made with the devil, you know? So that's all just a metaphor. And the metaphor of the devil is work. So I'm try to take it easy, if anything. That career opportunities, I'd say, is almost like a big X. But of course, this is a general reading. So if those of you listening disagree with that, that's totally fine. But overall, I'm getting to try to detach from career stuff, that it may not actually be what you need. Now, I'm very interested about the next card. This is money opportunities, because I know it's very important that we do have our support. I just don't think that this is always the way. So I wanted to create two different ones. So for money opportunities, we've got the 7 of Cups. And as you can see, that is a much brighter energy than this career situation. So money, you have a lot of different possibilities and you're trying to figure out what the best one is. It feels like one of them is what you seek. One of them has water flowing out of it. but yet you're contemplating on this other cup that's like a ladder that's about making it harder than it has to be. So it's like you're looking at all the wrong cups. You should pick the cup that has all the water flowing. So you just might not be seeing it, even though you should be able to. So I'd say don't make any decisions until you figure it out and you see the cup that has all the water flowing out of it. Some of you already know which idea it is. It's the one that makes the most sense to you. One's kind of popping up in my mind. And based off of this, I'm getting like I'm gonna wait before telling you all what it is. I think I need to learn more, grow, work on it before really saying it, because I get the feeling that people might reach out about these opportunities, and if I don't have my stuff that I need to learn to put in my end of the bargain, so to speak, I'd feel bad telling people like what I'm working on to get people hyped and like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm actually nowhere near ready. So I'll wait before I tell you guys what my idea is for myself. But I feel like all of you kind of have one. You can share it if any of you want to share any of your experiences or how you're doing or what you're thinking about. Feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully we've got a really big supportive community where anyone who reads it, if anything, just gives a nice friendly like for support, or maybe gives you a reply for some like positive feedback of like, yeah, it's a great idea, you know? So if you guys want to share, you can. I am comfortable. I trust you guys. It's just that I want to be more ready before I let you guys know what some of my future plans are. But yeah, the next card is romance opportunity. So this could be for if those of you are looking for love, or if you're already with a partner, however it resonates, but we'll see. Three of Pentacles says you've definitely got stuff to work on. So whatever you're working on this month, it is helping you build communication skills for your partner that you will meet, or for your partner that you already have. So I'm seeing a lot of working together when it comes to romance opportunities. And things like that. And then we've got love opportunities for those of you who are like, I'm not interested in romance per se, but I'm interested in love and companionship or connections or love with myself where I don't feel lonely. Like any of that, that's this card. And weird, we've got the Emperor reversed, which is saying you're golden. You don't need to plan it out or try to take action to find love. You just deserve love where you are always. You deserve love right here, right now. You shouldn't have to go out and look for it and things like that. Of course, we have to like sometimes put in the effort and stuff like that if we want to really get to know someone and things like that. But I'm just getting for you what I'm getting for love in general and love with yourself, and things like that. Good old fashioned, just pure love, nothing to do with, or it can have something to do with romance. But for those of you where you're more so thinking about just like, no, I'm not wondering about like a partner or something. You're just wondering about love. I'm getting the Emperor reversed, which is like, yeah, try not to plan things out for that. Forcing a connection or forcing something does not feel good. Let it flow. Let things come to you naturally. So be authentic is what I'm getting. Don't put up an act about where you're at. Be honest with yourself. And the energy is very clear. Like, of course, try to remember that you, of course, deserve love. You are loved. You yourself are the embodiment of love, and everything will come together. You just gotta be patient and give things time. So I hope you guys resonate with that reading. That was reading number 1. I should have put a timestamp. I'm guessing it's in the first few minutes that this starts, but I'll try to remember the timestamp for reading number 2. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Take care. All right, so for those of you who chose reading number 2, we've got the beginning, middle, and end here. So the beginning of the month, we've got the 9 of Cups. So that's amazing. So for those of you who chose reading 2, I'm seeing at the beginning of the month, you're feeling great. For those of you that resonates with. If some of you kind of feel that way, but you're a little unsure, like, I feel like it's coming then. I really feel like this is the energy for the start of the month. And it is here. There's a lot of satisfaction with yourself emotionally. Yeah, that's what I've got. So hopefully that resonates. Because reading 1 was very different. So yeah, this could be another component of the start of the month for those of you that are listening through multiple messages. But yeah, just sticking with the reading. Beginning of the month, it looks like you are golden. There's a lot of happiness and success here right now, and you're feeling really good about it. Middle of the month, we've got the 6 of Wands. You are feeling really good about it. It just keeps shining. You are shining bright. You've been on a roll. It just looks like that throughout the month for me. And then the 6 of Swords. Why? Because you feel good knowing that you have successfully been pulling yourself out of a bad situation, of a heavy situation, from rough waters to smoother waters. So I'm just getting, throughout this month, you just feel really good about yourself for all the progress you've made. And by the end of the month, you're just seeing that where you really are is on a boat that is clashing with those rough waters, on your way to the smoother waters. You're not in the bad situation or the bad place anymore. You're on the boat transitioning away from that place. And I feel like this whole month, you kind of know that and you feel kind of relieved about that. So that's what I'm getting for you this month. So career opportunities, we get the 7 of Pentacles. Very different message from reading 1. So this is just saying those of you who are looking for that opportunity, that career opportunity, or the opportunity that your business takes off or whatever, you're needing to be patient with it. Don't focus all the time on it, but water it here and there. Water the idea, like grow that plant. And whenever you see the plant withering, yeah, give it some water. But if it looks good, then you're like, nice. And you can kind of like maybe spend some time, but kind of focus on yourself. So separate you from your work, your career, or all those job related things. Like that is your plant and you love it and you nurture it, but it's not necessarily you. You've got a whole life outside of it where you can go do stuff for yourself. So try to keep that in mind. It looks like it's growing beautifully. There's so much potential underneath the surface, and it's gonna blossom. You're just gonna need to be really patient with it. There's no telling exactly when. You can't force a plant to grow. So just try to go with the flow of it. But yeah, the next card we have is money opportunities. So that's for your career. But for money in general, we've got the 3 of Swords. This does look pretty heart-wrenching, painful, like I see. So when it comes to you and your journey, your spiritual journey, your emotional journey, you as a person, you feel so good about it, honestly. But when it comes to the finances and the career and all that, you feel like you're not seeing it reflect all of your hard work in your like personal life. And it's painful because it's like, it shouldn't be like that. You've worked hard to get to where you are. So why doesn't the money and the career just come on in, or the business? Why doesn't it just take off, or your ideas? And there's some maybe self-blaming there. Like, it's me, it's my fault. I'm not doing enough. I need to learn more or think more about it and put more energy. But I'm just getting, it's a very painful thing. And when these situations happen, there's usually an energy outside of you that helps you It's so painful, but I feel like you got to be strong. You're here for yourself. I feel like there's no way around that you're feeling this way when it comes to your worth as financially and with career and stuff like that. On the surface, you know it's generally been working out, but deep in the depths of you and seeing how much more you really need, it's very painful. So, because it feels like if I don't keep growing with this, how is this boat really going to move forward and get to the smoother waters? So it's kind of tricky, the career and the money this month, but it really is a lot more positive. But I also understand your feelings that hearing that it's going to happen is not going to necessarily make you guys feel better, but try to trust that it really will happen. You really are getting there. You're okay. You are right. You do deserve better and you more money and everything, and you don't have to work harder for it. You're doing plenty actually. So try to remember that. Next, we've got romance opportunities. This could be for those of you looking for a partner or wondering about when you'll come together, or for those of you who are already with your partner, here are the opportunities. We got the Three of Cups. We've got a lot of coming together, so this looks really positive. So for those of you with someone, it looks like bonding is happening a lot this month. For those of you single, then I see like there's still a lot of bonds happening that are going to help bring you together with loved ones. I do feel, even though this is a romance opportunity, it's still coming through strongly as friendship for me, that this is still talking about. But of course, that is still a budding possibility, like for those of you who want to someday heal and be ready for a relationship. So this is kind of like, I feel like some of you listening don't feel ready for a relationship, but you do feel ready for wanting to heal and feel better and find true love, a true friend that may one day you can trust to really be your partner. And that can apply for those of you in a relationship that like you feel this way, but you still have a lot of hurt and trust issues that you're working through. So I hope that resonates. This is love in general opportunities. So this could be love with yourself, or just you're not interested in romance, but you want to know, like, are there any new friends coming in, or love and kindness coming your way, or something like that. Nicer people, nicer energy, feeling better about yourself, anything like that. But I feel like in general, this is really positive already. So let's see. We've got the Five of Cups. So love in general, like, very interesting. Like, there is disappointments there. I'm not saying like upcoming. I'm just feeling like you're looking back this month, and it's a very reflective month. You're looking back at all the disappointments where like you haven't gotten to spend as much time with your loved ones as you've wanted to. So I'm getting more so than splitting these up. I'm seeing a message here. You've made really strong friendships, but you feel like separated from them. That makes sense with COVID going on and everything. So there's that message. There's also this feeling of like, no matter how much energy and effort I've put out into friendships and connections, like people just dumped it down the drain. Like people did not appreciate me like they should have. So I feel like there's some bitterness, some issues, maybe resentment that you're working through about connections that have really, really let you down. And I just see that you're really sitting in that energy, owning it, and you're like, yeah, it's painful, and I don't deserve to feel this way actually. I'm seeing like this month, you get to a point where you're like, I'm finally done feeling this way. I've done everything I could to try to make it into my fault, but it's just not. And those of you listening, you know whatever that's about. It's just stuff that's happened in life. It's really not your fault. And And it's not about putting the blame onto really anybody, but it is about giving back the energy to who it really belongs to. Whoever's really responsible for stuff being dropped, or whoever's responsible for being the person who actually did abandon you. It's not about blaming them, but in other words, which is similar to that, is giving them their energy back. Like, you are the one responsible for it. I won't blame you because you're right. I am not your responsibility, but you are responsible for being you and you doing the stuff that you did. Take back your energy. This shouldn't be my energy, you know? So there's something like that going on. There is some really serious stuff that you're working through this month, even though in the grand scheme of things, it's actually a really amazing month for you. I think looking back, you'll see it like that. And even during it, you'll kind of know, but you just have so much pain as an individual that you're working through. And those of you listening, you know that already. So, yeah, just try to remember, like, you're actually in a good place. And some of you are wondering, like, when I get to the smoother waters, when I finally ever get there, if I even do, will I really feel healed and better about myself, or am I still going to be hurting? I feel like it's just because you're still not in the actual paradise place quite yet that you worry about that. But real paradise, real peace is real peace. You will like it and you won't regret fighting to get there, you know? I mean that metaphorically, like fighting with life, struggling to have that will to keep going, you know, that perseverance. So you've got this, everybody. I hope that was a good reading, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. All right, so for those of you who chose reading number 3, we've got the beginning, middle, and end of the month. So at the start of the month, we've got the World card. This is a cycle complete and the beginning of a new cycle, beginning of the year. I'm doing this January 1st, my time. So that's exciting. The middle of the month, we've got the Lovers, and in the end of the month, we've got the Moon. It's very interesting. These all go into each other. 7 times 3 is 21. 6 times 3 is 18. So the Lovers, 6, and the Moon, 18, triples into one another. Then we've got the World over here, which is also a number that's very easily divisible by 3. So there's just a huge connection throughout all of this. Beginning to finish of this month, there's so much going on here. And in the heart of it all is love, the Lovers. So those of you with reading 1, or those of you with reading 3 right here, might feel really well connected with the connection right now. I used the same word twice, but pretty much you're feeling a spiritual connection very strongly. You're either far apart from one another or you're really close. It just depends on you specifically, whoever's listening. But I feel like you've reached so many completions of cycles in your life that you've just been getting closer and closer. It's like the universe has been working to help bring you and this person closer and closer together. So this is definitely a good omen for those of you who are already in a connection. It looks like that connection is going to keep getting closer and closer, like you're ready for that. So that's amazing. So very love-based reading for reading 3. But moving forward, this is career opportunities for the month. We've got the 5 of Swords, which to me is saying, like, you'll see some of you might be in a job situation where you see people competing or something like that, and it just causes pain. I'm getting like you're done with that energy. You're getting kind of sick of competitive energies when it comes to career, because it's like everyone deserves money and happiness and security. So you're tired of seeing people fight over it. And you're like, everyone should be able to share or to have abundance. So I just see this, you like have this headache. You're like, no. So I'm seeing you're getting away from the toxic energies connected with career or with business or with finances. So I'm seeing your career opportunity is to withdraw, step away, whatever that means to you. It could mean just take more time to yourself. It could mean quit. It's up to you, right? But yeah, withdraw. For those of you who are in like something career-wise that's stressing you, I'm seeing you need to pull back. I'm with it being swords, mental energy. I don't think it is so much about just stopping whatever you're doing altogether. I'm getting it's just more so you need a break. You need to take a rest and realign with your goals pretty much. So it's like the real opportunity is ahead of you. This bird is guiding you, see, to where you'll really feel good about yourself. Or some of you thought, if I just took this path, I'd feel really good about myself. That was the idea, but it's not what actually happened. Instead, I know it's blurry with my webcam, but there's like some blood trail down on the ice there. It's like instead it was painful and someone got hurt or people got hurt or I got hurt, you know? So it's like you're kind of just seeing like a path that you thought was for you, and you're just kind of seeing like maybe not actually. Maybe I want to rethink this. So I'm not saying this is a decisive end all be all of something. It's just more like the opportunity for you this month is to just keep taking more time to think. You've got actually plenty of time to decide what you want to do for your career. So maybe don't lock it down and see what is available to you throughout the year. It might take even more time than just a year or this 1 month. So next we've got money opportunities though. Here we've got the Ace of Swords. There we've got some real opportunities. So like I said, if you've got some ideas that could bring in some finances, by all means, you don't have to shut those ideas down. You just don't have to make your life all about just that. I'm getting like you've got some stuff that can help you right now, but it's not going to be the end game. You've got so much more growth and learning and developing for yourself to do. So try not to worry about what the specific job is, the cash job that's going to, do just this thing and you'll have $1 million every day. Like, don't worry about that. We all kind of, I think, wish for something like that, like just this one thing and it'll just make money just always come my way. And if there was any one thing, it would probably be like self-love, self-care, like self-worth, just all that stuff. Realizing that you are amazing and you manifest your reality. You create your own reality. So I'm getting all of that. Realizing you can bring it in by literally wishing for it, asking for it, writing to yourself about it, believing that money and abundance is yours and that it's heading your way always. Believing that it's going to create this nice flow where you're starting to attract it in, like law of attraction. So there's all that going on as well. So I hope that resonates. Finally, we've got some romance opportunities. This could be for if you're single or for if you're with a partner. It's up to you, like with what your situation is. We've got the Page of Cups, which I'm getting. Those of you who chose reading 3, if this is resonating, you feel ready for romance opportunities. So if you're single, you've been single a long time, or if it just happened recently and you just got out of a relationship, you're feeling ready for you know what you want. It didn't stop you. Whatever happened, it didn't stop you from remembering. You just want love. You really know what you want. So I'm getting wherever you're at with your love life, you're ready for more. You want to keep going. I see those of you who are really enthusiastic about romance and love. You really want that. The Page of Cups is a daydreamer. You're daydreaming about the next thing. You want more for you and your partner, or you want more for yourself. You want to be with an actual partner, Those are both messages for if you're single or with someone. So I'm getting love is what it's all about for you, those who chose reading 3. I feel like you don't care about career and money. You just need it because we all need stuff for the life that we want. So you know that you want it, you just don't really believe in a lot of what that stands for. You think love is the real answer for life, for yourself, and all that. So keep that up. I think you're right because I resonate with all of this. Like, I think it's all about love. What else could this journey be all about? Like, by the end of all of this, am I going to care about how much money I made, or am I going to care about how much love I got to experience? You know, money can help you get experiences of love, but once again, what that was all really about was about love, wasn't it? So, yeah, I understand it's important since it's what we have right now in this day and age, but what's truly the point, in my opinion, is love. So reading 3, you guys have got it going on. You've got this figured out. You're very intuitive. You could be a water sign very easily with all this watery energy in here. An air sign. Water and air are the only elements that are coming up so far. But the final card, this is for those of you not interested in specifically romance. Maybe you're not ready for that, despite what I've been saying. But instead, those of you who just want to know about love in general, friendships, love with self-love, your journey for you, how's that? What opportunities are there for you this month? We do have the 8 of Swords. So you might be thinking like you're trapped, like you don't really know how to do it. Like, on the outside, you look fine to people. Maybe you don't look fine. People can tell you're upset or something. But here in the mirror, see, you're all strung up with these like strings and these crows. It feels like it's the universe like against you, making you feel like you don't know what to do and you don't know what the right option is. So what I'm getting, how I relate, is that you may have opportunities, but you just feel so overwhelmed that you don't feel like you can even move. Others of you, it's like you want to come together with these opportunities, but you feel so stuck, like you have no idea who these people are. So just start with pretty much, for those of you that is what's resonating, you feel like you just don't know who your friends are, like, try reaching out. The people who really care will get back to you. The people who really care will eventually read what you're like talking about, or pick up your call, or whatever it is. Or the people who really care about you will also just reach out to you. So sit tight, and they should reach out to you. You know, it just works in all ways. If you really care about someone, you should also be able to reach out. So that's just some guidance that might help untangle a bit of these strings. Try to reconnect what you've learned about yourself, about love, about romance, with what you feel good about. Try to reconnect that with whatever this is about. There's a disconnect there when it should be feeling the same type of joy. So there's something going on there. Let's get some advice for that, because I do feel like that does call for some advice. So an advice card for that is the King of Wands, which is saying to take charge about this matter. So do what you believe is right. So you got to trust your heart. You got to trust what your ethics are. You got to trust your moral compass, pretty much, your intuition. And the Knight of Pentacles. And I think you got to take it slow, because if you're feeling overwhelmed, that if you just try to do the right thing for everyone, that you're going to exhaust yourself. So don't exhaust yourself. Take it step by step, and you'll know what's right. I think you're just going to keep doing the right thing, or the best you can, or you'll try to do the right thing. And I see with that fire there, you're going to burn away all these strings that are keeping you stuck. So you're on a journey of self-exploration. But you're going to get there by going out there in the world and having more experiences out there. So I think if you just get moving a little bit, try not to get stuck too long. It's okay that you do because you really feel that way, but something will help push you. A fire within will burn strong. The king inside of you, the leader inside of you will help you out. You are going to help yourself out of this. And yeah, overall, this is a positive month. Even though through it all, you're going to see that there were definitely those heavy or deep moments. So I hope this was a good reading. I hope that resonated with you. I am wishing you all the best. Just know it's all going to turn out good for you, because why wouldn't it? We all deserve the best. So yeah, I hope that was good. So I will talk to you all later, and I will try to be way more active on this channel this year. But we'll see. All right. Love you all. Take care.